All right, everybody, greetings and welcome back to our fifth tutorial of this series. This is going to be going over your stash tab. This is basically going to be where you store all your loot you find throughout the game. Now, when you first start a new character in a brand new account, you are going to get default stash tabs. You're not going to get the premium ones. You're not going to get like the item specific stash tabs or anything. GGG will just give you a base of like 10 or 12 normal stash tabs. This will work early game while you guys get a feel for if you guys actually want to stick around and invest a little bit of money in this game. But if you catch the sales just right, I think they're every other week right now, you can literally buy the quad stash tabs, all the premium tabs you need, and then the item specific tabs for probably under 20 bucks, maybe 25 depending on how extreme you go. But just keep that in mind if you guys do want to upgrade your stash a little bit. You can through the shop, which I will show you how to do in quite a few minutes. But first things first, you're probably asking now, what is our stash tab and where do we find it? Good question, very good question, guys. So we are in the starting town, right where we first zoned in. This is what you're going to be looking for, a little chest called stash. And we are going to go over here and click on this bad boy. And this is basically going to bring up our stash tab. Ignore this because this is my current league and all my generic stuff. But what you guys are going to be seeing when you first get in game are just these generic little stash tabs. You're not going to have this many. Keep that in mind. And these are all premium tabs. What I mean by premium tab is I can basically set colors, set names. I can set affinities, which are item specific that will go in this tab. So if I click the map button right here, all my maps will drop into this tab. So it's a very helpful feature. Same thing with like delirium stuff, your currency, etc. You guys will be getting generic, original, just normal stash tabs where you need to manually either put items in by dragging or dropping, or you can control and click and it will insert the item in here. Now, I can show you, let me disable currency. All right, there we go. I basically had a premium tab set up to drop all my currency in. So now what I did was, this is considered a currency fragment. So you basically left click on control, right left click that mouse button, and all your items will basically get dropped in here. Same thing goes for gear. You can either manually drag your gear you want to keep, or you can just left click and it will go in. All right, now let's get into the functionality of the premium tabs. Premium tabs are going to be your generic tab that looks like this, which has been upgraded. Upgraded tabs allow you to set names, set them for sale via public, each item individually priced, set negotiation, set exact price on all items. So if we do exact price, we can go basically, let's say I want everything in this tab to go for 10 chaos, and then we click that. Boom, we now have a sale tab. Anything I put in this tab will be priced for 10 chaos. To basically cancel this out, we just unset it to public. You can just rename it to, let's say, we'll make this a dump tab. There we go. Now this is basically going to be our loot dump tab where we can put anything and everything in it we want. If we want to put gems in here, if we want to put maps in here, or if we want to put currency in here, we now basically have 3 affinities locked into this tab where all our items for those specific classes will go in there. Very cool little feature if you want to spend a little bit of money. Now, what I'm going to get into next, before I start showcasing you guys all the other tabs that you can get, is the shop. You're going to click on this button right here on your bar. This is going to pull up the shop. You are going to go to stash tabs link right here, and this is basically going to be where you can buy all your tabs in game. You can upgrade your regular tabs to premium tabs, which I just showed you. You can get flash tabs, currency tabs. You can get divination cards. You can get a quad tab, which is basically going to be 4 normal tabs stacked side by side. Very, very cool. You can get the map stash tab, the blight, fragments. Now, these all go on sale. You can get extra stash tabs, or you can buy them in bundles. This does save you a lot of money because it buys it in bulk. So you basically get 1 freebie for every 5 ones in this bundle. So it's really cool. And this does go on sale. So all these prices do get heavily discounted I think it's every 2 weeks right now. So if you see them, if you love the game and you want to get some better inventory management, you can buy these tabs and it helps a ton. Now, what I'm going to show you next are going to be the premium tabs. So let's jump on into this and we're going to start looking at some of our premium tabs. This is the currency tab. This will allow all your currency you find in game, all your orbs, to basically start stacking. And because you can set this to currency, basically now every time I find a currency shard or orb, it will automatically go in here. You get your exotic currencies too. You have your basic scarabs. This is going to be your fragment tabs, from legions, from map fragments to sacred fragments to uber elders to everything. All your fragments are going to go in here. Your breach stones, your breach fragments, all your scarabs you're going to be using throughout the game. This is going to be a whole nother video, guys. And then your eldritch and your maven fragments will also go in here too. Very, very cool. Now, if you're heavily into blight, which is another mechanic in the game, it's kind of like a tower defense mechanic. All your blight stuff will go in this tab. Very, very useful instead of trying to micromanage it in all the normal stash tabs. Definitely worth getting. Map tab, I heavily recommend you guys get. If out of the 3 tabs, if you guys buy only 3 tabs in this game, get your currency, get your scarabs, get your maps, and if you really, really want to splurge, get your divination cards. This divination card tab is huge. This will make micromanaging everything so much better. And if you really want to get one more tab, if you just want to spend just a hair fraction more money, get an essence tab. This makes micromanaging essences you find so much easier. You really don't need the other tabs. I mean, gem tab will store all your gems you find, delirium for your delirium stuff. This you could do in a normal tab. I just got this one because I could get it. Your meta tab for like your metamorphs are so-so. You don't really need it for the most part, but it is a nice quality of life thing. I do not have the unique tab. I do not have the flash tab. I do not need those tabs. I just find they're not worth the money. It's like the main ones you want are currency, scarabs, maps, blight if you want to do a lot of tower defenses, it really does help, divination cards, and essences. Fossils are so-so. I find you could stick these in a normal tab, especially now that they have pretty decent stack sizes, so it's not too bad. But this is basically going to be a 101 rundown of your tabs. And the very last tab, if you really want to get it, ooh, hang on, go back. All right, there we go. Is going to be the quad tab. Let me find the quad tab. This is the quad tab, what it looks like. It's basically just 4 tabs smashed together, and it's very useful for when you are trying to mass store stuff. So this is a 101 overview of the stash tabs. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and I will try and address them for you guys. If not, I will see you at the next tutorial video, and happy hunting, Exiles.